And this is well exciting because we have in the studio two absolute superstars of the UFC. We have Tom Aspinall and we also have Molly McCann. Lovely to have you both
guys.
here. How you doing?
I'm buzzing.
Look at you both.
I can't stop smiling.
It's very hot in this room, isn't it?
That's my fault.
Me.
It's my fault because I get in at 6 and it's cold and I turn it up to like the heat of the sun, and then by this stage it gets really hot. I'm sorry, I've tried to cool us all down, but anyway, thanks for coming here. You both look great. I know you're obviously in training. Molly, you look really, really well. How are you, first of all?
I'm good, thanks, Laura. I took a bit of time off after my last fight, and I think like it's really paid dividends. I feel like I'm walking on clouds every day at the minute. And yeah, I'm really buzzing to be here, to be honest.
Tell us about your next fight. Sell it to us.
I asked for a similar fight to the one that I had lost. So I lost the fight to a very similar style of fighter, and I just want to go out there, put it away and just shut the trolls up, to be honest. I can't wait for it. And the girl, she's coming down from bantamweight, which is a weight higher than mine, 10 pounds heavier. So I'm going to have a big stuffing head coming for me, and I'm just going to try and outmaneuver it.
Julia Stoliarenko.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Over to you.
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah.
I butchered it a few times. I just say I don't know it.
I mean, don't even know. I just said it really quickly because I thought that's probably the best way to get through it.
Tom, I wanted to ask you about your injury. You know, I think it was your MCL, wasn't it? And
That's right, yeah.
meniscus.
Yeah.
How is that now? Are you fully cured?
I'm fully healed. Everything's really good with that. The injury, I had the injury I was fighting with the injury for 10 fights, and I don't know, I just got a little bit greedy, you know. It just they kept offering me more fights, bigger fights, more money, and I just couldn't say no. And I already did it plenty of times before, so I just pushed it one time too many, and it just gave up on me that night. But everything's fixed now, feel great, and I'll be ready to go 22nd of July in the O2 Arena.
And your fight, Marcin Tybura, I love how you avoided that as well.
I avoided the name.
We won't do any of the names, so let me do it. Tell me about what this fight's going to be like and how you feel and how excited you are about getting back out there after a long layoff.
I'm very excited. This guy's a really good test. He's won 7 of his last 8, which is really difficult to do in the heavyweight division. He's a top 10 opponent. He's tough. He's seen it all. He's had twice as many fights as I have. He's been in the UFC twice as long. And he's top 10, one of the most dangerous heavyweights in the world. You can't take him lightly, and I'm going to be ready for everything. I'm really preparing harder than I have before, and I feel great.
I want to do the comparison that people have been doing a lot lately between UFC and boxing as well. Molly, you came from a boxing background too, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
When you see the different place that the two sports are in at the moment, what is it you think about the UFC has made it rise so quickly in popularity?
I feel like, especially in this country now, there's a lot of fighters who people can relate to, and I feel MMA fighters are very candid, and we'll let you know and bring you on the journey with us. So if we're having a bad day, we'll let you know. If we're struggling mentally, we'll let you know. If we are flying, we'll let you know. And I feel like there's nowhere to hide in the octagon. You can't cruise through around. You can't get a journeyman in because there's no such thing in the UFC as that. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think it's as... I'd even go so far as corrupt. Do you know what I mean? And you're not getting horrific decisions every weekend. Obviously, every now and then, if you go and use a different commission and they have a different way of scoring the fight, if you're not educated on that and choose to fight a different style, then sometimes it's not going to go your way. But I feel like everyone's really honest when they get in there and they're looking for the finish. So the second someone gets in the cage, it's not for a point to win. No one cares about having an unblemished record. If you look at any one of us, most people in the UFC have got 3 to 5 to 6 losses on the record. And most people have won a world title in a different promotion before they get into the UFC. So it really is normally champions fighting champions.
Yeah.
You're so right. In boxing, the O is so protected that the minute you get one loss, it's almost seen, you're berated to such a degree. It's like, well, that's it, you're finished. It's such a strange attitude to have, isn't it, Tom?
I'm just going to be honest. I absolutely hate the boxing model at the moment. I just think I absolutely love boxing. I absolutely love the science and the sport of boxing. But at the moment, over the past few years, what is boxing? You can look through a card, and you can pick the winners straight away off the card. You've got 12 fights on, and straight away, just by looking at the card, you can pick the winners. Like you say, the zero is protected. What happened to 50-50 fights? You're talking about guys who are going 20-0, and they've not even really had a fight yet. Like, they're protecting the zero, they're protecting the unbeaten record.
It's
and
how they avoid each other as well.
It's
in boxing.
very odd.
It's
I don't like the way.
Yeah.
I think that's why people are so drawn to the UFC, because from the second you fight you sign that UFC contract, it's a 50-50 fight from the get-go. Like, if you're 3-0, even before the UFC, if you're 3-0, you're fighting another guy who's 4-1. You're fighting another guy who's 5-2. You're fighting another guy who's 3-0. Like, you're not 3-0 against 1-27. Like, what is this? It's pathetic.
Yeah, you're right. You don't really have like the journeymen or the journeywomen necessarily that you would in boxing. Molly, let me ask you about that space that you had after your last fight when you got the loss, and you said actually it's been nice to just to step back and take some time away.
Yeah.
What is it you've been filling your time with, and did you have a period of time where you just had to sit in your disappointment, or were you straight back out thinking, how do I be positive?
This is the first time I think I'd really sat there in my feelings and thought, I'm not doing that again. I think I met you, Laura, like a year and a half ago, and I was riding the crest of the wave, and I was like training so hard, giving everything I could to every opportunity and occasion that presented itself. And then I done more for that fight than I'd done for anything else. Like I was saying, I come off social media, I was in bed by like 9 o'clock. I was like meditating every day. Me recovery, I was like on the Normatec, in the ice baths, in the saunas. I was doing everything. I didn't have a calorie out either way in a deficit or more than what I should have been on. And I've got into the cage, and my opponent got a game plan before me off, and it's hard to take that. Sometimes you're the nail and sometimes you're the hammer, and I'm normally really good at taking a loss. Well, I'm not really good at taking it, but you can just take it on the chin because it's part and parcel of what we do. But that just hurt so much, and I just thought I've been so low even in my highest highs because I was just burnt out and nothing felt nice anymore. Like I'd go on holiday and I'd just be like and I'm a person who walks round with a glass overflowing. Like you can see me today just beaming because I'm like, oh my God, I'm finally on the air with you, not on the Zoom. And I just had to take a breath back and realise, like, this is going to sound mental to the listeners, but I'm not just the meatball, you know. Like I always say, like, I'm not, like, I had to find my identity as Molly McCann and not just relying. I mean, I don't rely on the meatball, but when I walk down the street, it's like, yes, the meatball. And I took 8 weeks out the gym, and then I coached our national team before they went to the World Championships, and I went as well. And I said to them, I was ready to give it up, and coming back and seeing you have inspired me to go again, because I feel as if I've set the bar for female MMA in England and Great Britain, and I can't just fall down. I know it's a hurdle, but I've got to show people, like, my journey's been very up and down, just like a normal person who lives a normal life. Their life isn't all linear. So I've got to get out of my self-pity and just be like, sort your head out, Mal, and do it, you know what I mean? But I feel very blessed to be where I am. I'm very calm, and I honestly, before that last fight, I was waking up every day having anxiety attacks just because the pressure. I think most people will know you played at a high level. You're constantly on the go. It's managing and learning these coping mechanisms and what tools you can use to help you through. And I've got that now, do you know what I mean? So I feel if I'm struggling, I just say, I haven't actually got it in me to do this today, but so thank you very much, and then I'll come back when I have.
Preservation.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I want to ask you quickly, Tom, about the heavyweight division now, John Jones being the champion, and how boxers and UFC fighters are calling each other out. You know, you've heard Tyson Fury calling John Jones out. I can't see a boxer ever going in the octagon, can you?
It's just never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
Lies.
It's just, I don't know, we've seen James Toney do it years ago, and it's just a wrestler's dream, to be honest. Like, everyone in MMA can box to a certain degree. Obviously, we can't box at the level of, like, a Tyson Fury or somebody like that, because there's so many other things we need to focus on. You know, there's 5-6 different disciplines that we need to focus on, then you just need to do one. So it's just a dream to be able to fight someone who can just throw hands, you know what I mean? We'll just get straight under and take them down straight away. But it works both ways, you know what I mean? If you throw, even though we throw punches every day, we're not boxers. We can't manage, like, these guys have managed their energy over 12 rounds for years and years. We fight 3-5s or 5-5s, so it's completely different, like, energy systems. They're completely efficient at doing that. whereas we're completely efficient at doing everything. It's way different. Like it's like throwing a rugby player on an American football pitch. You know what I mean? They're similar. Like they tackle each other, they run into each other with a ball and stuff like that. But ultimately, they're completely different. So for a boxer to come into a UFC octagon, they've got a lot of them think they have got a chance, but
Clarissa Shields had a good go. She had a good first fight, and then she got beat the second, and then she realised, oh, actually,
they can do it to a level. They can have a go the same way we can have a go at boxing, but it is different though. Absolutely. It's way different.
They're different languages. Guys, we've got to let you go because I imagine you've got loads of these to do. I know it's quick, isn't it?
12 more ones to do.
It goes so quickly. We'd happily have you in at 6 a.m. and do the whole 4 hours with us. We just put our feet up.
They need some water as well.
Simon Jordan's coming in next. If you wait, that's why you're late, isn't it? You did it on purpose because he's going to be in about 5.
Please, you could do me a favour, Molly.
Don't worry.
Get him,
Molly.
Attack
you. Listen, for both of you, good luck. I'm coming.
Well, you best be there.
Yeah.
I promise. Fly over the cage and I'll come and get you.
Will you?
Yeah, I went to Stormzy last time, didn't I?
Hang on a minute, you're going from Stormzy to me. It's a bit of a step down, isn't it? I love you, Molly. You're one of my favourite people in the world. Tom, you're on that list as well now. Thank you so much for both coming in.
Good luck, guys.
And good luck. It's going to be amazing. Those atmospheres, by the way, that you guys create are wild, and I'm so excited to go and watch. So good luck. It's going to be amazing, and thank you so much for coming in.
Cheers.
I really appreciate it. Tom Aspinall, Molly McCann there on The Breakfast Show on talkSPORT. Listen, it's 22nd of July. It's at the O2 Arena. Tickets are out on Friday at 9 a.m. Say that again?
10 a.m.
Oh, well done. 10. You might said it before I'd even said it.
Because I knew, because I said 9 a.m. yesterday. And
I think it was the other way around. I think it's 9 a.m.
No, it's 10.
Oh, no.
Isn't it 10?
All right, tell you what.
Vicky said it's 10.
They're out on Friday morning. So just pop UFC into a search engine, go to the website, find your way and get tickets. And do come and support, because honestly, this sport is just incredible and it's so great to have people involved. You will absolutely love it if you haven't been to a live event.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods. Monday to Wednesday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.